What you saying, people? Back with a bang. This is the money management. Now, over the last month or so, I've been doing well when it comes to selling my smartwatches. This month, I'm on course to do my best ever month since I started. But at the side, I've had some money issues, in other areas, made a few money mistakes, and that's why in today's video, I'm going to give you guys 6 different money mistakes you need to avoid. Now, I'm not saying I made all of these 6 mistakes, in the last month, but I will say I've made a few of them over the last year, over the last couple of years, and definitely want you guys to understand why you need to avoid them. Some of these you don't notice, some of these you do notice, but overall I think it's important for everybody to know that, this can happen to anyone. You need to avoid these mistakes at all costs if you want to be successful when it comes to money, when it comes to investing, when it comes to how well you do financially. Now, before we dive into that, as always, you guys know what to do. Leave some likes, subscribe if you're new around here, comment, all the good stuff. But to get into what you guys came here to listen to, let's talk about those money mistakes. So the first one I want to touch on is having a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Now you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? How is that a money mistake? Why can't I have a partner? That's not what I'm saying. But be careful, because those of you who have a girlfriend who's broke but has extremely expensive taste, be careful. Those of you who are girls who have a boyfriend who again is broke but likes expensive things, be careful. Trust me, I'm not even talking about gold diggers yet. I'm just talking about people who don't have any money and really like expensive things. Those people you need to avoid at all costs, and I would definitely advise you not to make them your partners. Whether that's for boys, whether that's for girls, people who like a lot of nice things but just never have the money and don't really work hard for the money, that's going to cost you a lot in the long run, because what you're going to try and do is spend money on them, please them, make them feel good, make them feel happy, get them what they like. And I'm sorry, but that's not going to cut it for you when it comes to your money. Avoid having an expensive boyfriend or girlfriend. The second thing I want to talk about when it comes to wasting money, overdraft fees. Now, this goes for credit card payments, past due payments, those sort of things. Overdraft fees are a killer, and this is the one that I've really struggled with in the last month. Now, I had some emergencies I had to cover, and I had to, move money in different accounts. So eventually, I accidentally hit an overdraft fee in one account. Now, that's a big charge, and that's how banks make their money. If I'm not mistaken, banks make the most of their money from overdraft fees. These are expensive, huge charges to cover your costs, when you can't afford something, when you can't pay for something, when you go into overdraft. Even if you have overdraft protection, trust me, it's expensive in the long run. Added to that, credit card payments which are late, past due payments, like I said. I also had one of those this month because I didn't realize I hadn't paid the card because I thought it went automatically. Now, that was 2 mistakes there and 2 very costly mistakes. And trust me, this is one of the big reasons that I'm making this video. Those mistakes there are huge because they take away a lot of money from you. That's money you could be doing, using for other stuff. Sometimes it's interest payments, sometimes it's credit card fees, sometimes it's different things. But that money you can be putting into a lot of better things. Don't go into overdraft, don't let credit card fees hit you, and don't be late on your credit card payments. So the third thing I want to talk about, gym memberships. Again, this is one of those that you're going to say, what? Having a gym membership is good? Well, yes, if you actually use it. Only 25% of people actually use their gym memberships regularly. So when it comes to getting a gym membership, if you're going to get a gym membership, please use it regularly. Don't be one of the 75% who gets it and uses it once a week, twice a week. Because quite frankly, again, that's where the gyms make their money. People who don't show up, people who don't walk through the door. Whereas, they're paying each and every month, pretty hefty fee to go to the gym. If you're not going to the gym, do not pay for a gym membership. If you don't plan on going to the gym, do not sign up for a gym membership. There's no point you paying money for each and every month for something that you're not going to use, something you don't plan to use, something that you don't use regularly. Now, of course, right now in this period of time, this is a bit of a difficult one because some of you are still, on your gym membership, you can't go to the gym. Some of you don't have a gym membership, so you're fine. Some of you already cancelled, like me. So we're all okay. But I know when it comes back to normal life, you guys that are not using your gym membership but have gym memberships need to cut those costs as soon as possible. If you're not going to go to the gym, just cut the costs. I definitely advise you to go to the gym, but if you're not going, then please just cut the cost. The fourth biggest money waster, alcohol. Now, when you go to the bars, when you go to clubs, and you spend $40, $50 on a bottle in one night, you don't realize just how big of a waste that money is in itself. But added to that, alcohol in general. When you spend, even 20 on a bottle to just drink with your friends, is it even worth it? That bottle has gone like that. Sometimes, you're the one who pays for it and other people are drinking from you. I've experienced that myself, so I know what I'm talking about here. When it comes to alcohol, this is one of the biggest money wasters people run into. Spending money on drinks, cocktails, whatever, champagne is nice. We all love the flavors, we all love the drink, we all love the party. But quite frankly, is it really worth it? Not if you're going to be spending, $100 in a night, $100 in a weekend from alcohol. Quite frankly, this is the same with cigarettes. Is it really worth it? It's not doing you any good. It's a short-term, short-lived enjoyment. But in the long run, is it actually worth it? I definitely say it is not worth it. The fifth thing, which is a huge money waster, subscription services. So, the thing with subscription services, they're different to any of the other ones I've mentioned on this list. Subscription services are often quite small, but they're recurring. They happen each and every month. Now, it might only be, a $15 charge, but when it comes to your bank statement, that's, unnoticeable. However, you have 2 of those, you have 3 of those. That starts to become $30, $45 in a month. That starts to add up over the course of a year. And when you think about it, that could be money you could be saving, investing, learning something new with, even enjoying yourself with. Those subscription fees that you're not using, you need to get rid of them. Again, like I said, sometimes they're small and unnoticeable, but they're still being charged. Each and every month, you're paying for something that you're not even using. For you, it may be memberships. For you, it may be subscription fees to an email list. For you, it may be a newsletter. For some of you, it may be paying to, for a certain provider which you're not even using. Those subscription fees are dangerous. Again, because they're small and they add up. I'm telling you, when it comes to subscription fees, those are one of the things that eat your account up. They slowly eat your account up. And it's not until, you spend a few hundred or 1,000 that you realize, whoa, I don't use this. I don't even watch that. I'm not even part of this anymore. Well, if you're in that boat, check your bank account, find out what you're spending money on without knowing, find out what's eating up your account each and every month, and get rid of it quickly. The sixth and final biggest money waster. Brands. Expensive brands. Designer brands. All that sort of stuff. I'm telling you, there are people out there that I know that are buying their Gucci's, their Louis Vuittons, their Supremes. They can't afford their rent. They can barely afford their food. You need to stop doing that if that's you. Why are you paying so much money for things that you cannot afford? Now, if you've got a bank account that's sitting pretty, you're getting a lot of money in there each and every month, sure, go and buy the nice clothes. I know they look good, they feel good, that sort of stuff. If you can barely afford to buy their brand, you can barely afford to pay for that, why are you even spending money on it? It's nice to look good and have fun and enjoy it, but only if you can afford it. If you can barely pay for your rent, your car, your loans, any of that, don't spend money on those expensive clothes, don't spend money on those expensive brands in anything. And to be honest, that's not only for designer clothes. When it comes to technology, I'm telling you, there are people out there who are still paying money, for their Samsung Galaxy S6 from 2016, and they want to go and get, iPhone 11 Pro the moment it comes out. Why? You can't keep up with, something that you're already paying for over a long period of time. You want to go out and buy something even more expensive. That right there is a debt trap. Sometimes some of you are just better off keeping whatever phone you've got. Whether it's broken, if it works, use it. An iPhone 10 is often sufficient enough. For some of you, even an iPhone 6 is sufficient enough. It just depends who you are. But there's no point going out and spending money on your iPhone 11 Pros, your iPhone 11 Pro Maxes, your whatever they may be, when you don't even have money to afford the one you have right now. I'm telling you, many people are just wasting money on expensive brands. Whether it's technology, whether it's laptops, whether it's shoes, clothes. Stop wasting money on those kind of things. Avoid doing that. Now, out of all these money wasters I've mentioned today, many of you may be doing one, many of you may be doing another. Many of you may be spending money on food. Many of you may be spending money on coffee. There are way more money wasters, but these are just 6 of the few that I've come across in the last year or so. And those are the ones I think you need to avoid right now. Even during this pandemic, don't spend money on designer brands. Don't spend money on things you can't afford. Don't go into overdraft like me. Don't be late on your credit card payments like me. Do the things which are going to benefit you. Trust me, if it's supposed to be done yesterday, then get it done now. It's only going to catch up to you. You can't keep waiting for the future each and every time. So make sure you guys avoid those money wasters. And if you're one of those people who haven't checked their bank account in a while, go check your bank account. Just find that everything's good. No subscription fees, no late payments, nothing you should be paying for, none of that stuff. Make sure you guys continue to watch these videos, interact with me, give me feedback because I love it. I'm always open to constructive criticism as well. So make sure you guys give me that feedback because it helps me out, it helps you out. Each and every day, we're going to get better, we're going to improve, we're going to do all that kind of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Tomorrow's Financial Friday, so make sure you guys are back here for that one. But that's today's video, guys. I've got money to be making, you've got money to be saving. See you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.